Yesterday, when the COVID-19 daily numbers were released, Kisumu topped the list of counties with the highest number of infections, even beating Nairobi. This was the fifth time in less than 2 weeks that the number of COVID-19 infections in the lakeside counties surpassed Nairobi. A few days ago, for the first time, Siaya County also recorded the highest number of infections. From yesterday's figures, counties in that part of the country accounted for over 34% of the total infections in the country. This trend quashing the notion that COVID-19 is a Nairobi sickness and a sobering reminder that the novel coronavirus that first appeared in China in late 2019 is still a real and present danger right here in Kenya. I hope I am wrong, but there's reason to believe that Kisumu could yet see higher numbers. This owing to the events around Madaraka Day celebrations, whose real impacts are yet to be seen. We witnessed huge crowds with no social distancing and hardly any masks. Now, it is now widely accepted the world over that best hope for any country to return to some semblance of normalcy is to vaccinate as many of its people as possible. As has been witnessed in countries like Israel, where nearly 2 out of every 3 people have been vaccinated. The country has initiated a no masks indoors mandate. Canada, the United Kingdom and the US are among countries that have vaccinated more than half of their populations. Unfortunately, we are far from having a similar story in Kenya. Here, a paltry 2% of the total population has got some kind of vaccination. This means that only 2 out of every 100 Kenyans has got at least one shot. As of yesterday, those fully vaccinated were less than 0.1%. Vaccination is therefore clearly a distant solution here, leaving us with the good old habits of washing our hands, wearing our masks and keeping social distance. I call them habits because they have to be cultivated, and of late, I have to say we have all dropped our guard. But beyond the citizens' behavior, it seems the government too is tired. The last lockdown was largely by name only. The current 10 p.m. one is also good only on paper. We've also seen the selective crackdown on political gatherings. A UDA meeting in Mombasa and another one in Nandi were recently dispersed by police, while a meeting by TSP was also disrupted as police swooped in to end a recruitment drive. This in contrast with the crowds we saw in Kisumu during the Madaraka Day celebrations. So does COVID-19 spread only during political meetings staged by government critics? Does it only spread in rallies and not large national celebrations? Let us get back to the basics. Let's be sincere in the enforcement of COVID-19 rules. Let it be strictly about the pandemic. Health interest supersedes all other interests. Let us not drop our guard, even for a moment. Remember that only 1 million people have got at least one dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine, while just over 50,000 are fully vaccinated. A drop in the ocean compared to the close to 50 million Kenyans living here. So by all means, let the government acquire more vaccines. But for as long as we have such low numbers, we must enforce the directives, and yes, we must protect ourselves as individuals. Anything short of that is inviting a fourth and perhaps a fifth wave. Surely no one wants that. That is my memo.